lot of variety of habitats, from the oak groves to some nice prairie areas to wetlands and so forth. So there's a variety of habitats, and it's all right here kind of in the middle of the suburbia, and it's all protected, so it's a very nice piece of property. The restoration activities started back in the year 2000. I volunteered to be the steward in 1999, so I've kind of seen it come from nothing with no paths and one little bridge to get across the creek to where it is today, and they've really done a nice job with the restoration activities. A lot of flora and fauna that are unique to the area. There's some endangered species. There are 13 species of amphibians and reptiles, 5 snake species, 16 different mammal species, including the usual coyote and deer and raccoon and fox, but also mink and muskrat. Once they took out the drain tiles and we started to get some ponds reestablished, we started to get a lot of muskrats back, so we'll see some muskrat houses today. There are 60 bird species that nest here, including eastern meadowlark and bobolinks right out in the prairie areas here, so it's a good spot to come, and if you like the bobolinks, which was one of my boyhood favorite birds back on the farm, we always have 15 to 20 nesting pair. We've had Henslow sparrows, which are endangered in Illinois, nest here, Savanna sparrows, and the last couple of years we've had king rail nesting out in the wetlands area, and that is also a rare bird here in Illinois.
Exhibitor.
Cooper's hawk going into the tree up here. And
it's always there when we come, honestly.
There's his breakfast flying around up here.
I just released him.
He'll get rid of the starlings and the grackles that were over there. Yeah, we have nesting Cooper's hawks, red tail, great horned owl. We put up a couple of nest boxes for the great horned owls 2 winters ago, so we'll see how they do. The first few years I was the steward out here, they nested in a red-tailed hawk nest, and then that blew out, and they haven't been here for a couple of years, but we put up nest boxes in the oak grove, so we hope to get them back.
What about red-headed woodpeckers? Because they've been here this summer.
Yeah, red-headed woodpeckers are back on that grass trail. If you look straight across to that oak grove, there's a wetlands area that comes in there with some dead trees, and there are red-headed woodpeckers that nest over there on a regular basis, as well as orchard orioles over there, bluebirds. So red-headed woodpeckers are, again, fairly rare. They like a specific habitat. They've got to have dead trees, and there are some trees over there that have been drowned out when the wetlands came back, so they've got some nice habitat for them there. We also have sora and coot nesting, blue-winged teal, and in the forest area we've got Baltimore orioles, brown threshers, etc. So it's with a variety of habitat, it's a really good place to go birding. Probably the best time to go birding is in the spring, May and early June. Early June, it's nice to come out because you can see the nesting species doing courting, the bobolinks and meadowlarks and Savanna sparrows and so forth. This time of year, hopefully sparrows. There's been Nelson sharptail. Eric Walters has seen it out here a few times. I haven't seen it this fall, any this fall, but I have seen them in the spring and prior falls. And I've seen them across the first bridges here. Eric has seen them mostly in this grassy area, which this area has just been restored up in here the last couple of years. So in the Lake Forest Open Lands put in a observation platform, which is where we'll start out. And last year when we were here, I don't know how many sparrow species we had. We had 4 or 5 from the deck. And then from there, we're going to go across the bridge here out on the grass trail. We'll take a look out there and see if we can see any waterfowl. There's a pretty big pond in the back there. And then we're going to head on down the path to the two big ponds that are further down that way. So that's kind of the plan of attack. Any questions before we start? The great horned owl and screech owls are here all year. Now, usually in the wintertime, out here in the open area, we have short-eared owls that winter over. And there have been occasions in the past where we've had long-eared owls also winter over. I haven't seen those for the last couple of years, but we have a lot of groves back in there, so it's pretty good habitat for them. No, great horned owls are year-round residents, and the screech owls are year-round residents.
If there are any beginning